Hello everyone, this is part 3 of What If Naruto was like Edward Elric in Fullmetal Alchemist, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to subscribe, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Congratulations Naruto-kun, I knew you could do it. Yeah kid, I have to say, that story of yours is insane, an academy kid beating up a chunin like that, incredible. These were a few of the words that came from Ayami and Tsuki Ichiraku respectively as he sat down to eat 2 days after his fight with Mizuki and his subsequent graduation. Being that Joshiro was still absent and that even if he was there he would probably only get sparse praise from him, Naruto was getting his admiration from elsewhere. Getting a bowl of ramen or 12 was just a bonus. I'm sure your brother would be proud of you if he knew how you did it. It's an amazing story, Naruto-kun. Ayami said while standing behind the counter in front of him. You just need to have more faith in Joshiro, he just acts like he's a tough guy. If he didn't care then he'd never live with you in the first place. Naruto finished up his bowl of ramen before looking up to respond, maybe, but enough about that, I'm a ninja now, how cool is that? Naruto began waving him arms in an excited fashion. Now I'm gonna get to go on kick-ass missions just like Big Boss does. He's on one now. I can't wait, ha ha. Well, just make sure you keep coming around here, kid. You're my best customer. I might be able to retire off of you one of these days. Tsuki joked while returning Naruto's change. Taking it, Naruto stood up to leave. You bet, old man. I'll see you guys later. I have to go back to the school today for my placement. Bye, old man. By Ayami Nichin. Naruto took off for the academy as he was instructed by Iruka. XXX. Naruto stepped into the classroom he had spent 5 years of his life prior to today. He wasn't full of dread as he normally was because he knew that not only would he never step foot in that room again, it was the start of his ninja career. Shikamaru noticed him first, always the smart ass. He had to make a remark. Hey Naruto, what are you doing here? This isn't a place for dropouts. Naruto had a deadpan look on his face as he walked closer to Shikamaru. Kiss my ass, Shikamaru. If your lazy ass would tilt your neck slightly higher, you'd see my damn hate 8. I earned this thing, so I don't really need to hear any bullcrap today. Shikamaru just turned his attention back ahead. Troublesome, whatever Naruto. Ha, I beat you here, Ino pig. Whatever forehead girl, I beat you by a mile. Naruto grimaced to himself. And here we go, get ready for the next installment of the Catfight Chronicles. Naruto started, taking a seat by Sasuke. The prize for victory apparently is the moody, dark, always unpleasant king of all team, Sasuke Uchiha. Sasuke seemed unfazed by all of this, so Naruto decided to continue. Sasuke, the center of the universe, the catalyst for busted eardrums around the classroom for going on 5 years now, how do you feel about this happening? HMN. I see, so do you have any commentary for the ongoing action we are seeing in front of us? Naruto said, pointing towards the girls. What had started as Ino and Sakura arguing had turned into a full-blown battle royal of shouting, screeching and yelling. This is a tremendous occasion. I haven't seen a blow-up this large since the winter of the 3rd year. Tell me Sasuke, how does this stack up to that particular conflict? HMN. Very well put, such an intellectual answer, my collar-popping colleague. Whoa. It's heating up now. At this point the shouting and shoving became a name-calling and hair-pulling contest centered around the two who had initiated contact, Ino and Sakura. Sasuke, it seems that the pecking order is once again being determined around here, maybe for the last time. Any thoughts, predictions, or closing thoughts you'd like to leave the listeners with? HMN. There you have it, loyal listeners, vague words from an emotionless man. Turning his attention back to the scuffle, he took note of a dark blue-haired girl sitting at the top near the door. Naruto had eventually identified her as Hinata. Not done poking fun at the fangirl rumble, he made his way back to her. Hello my dear, you don't seem to be wanting to participate in the festivities down the stairs. Being that you are a neutral party in all of this, perhaps you'd like to comment on the ongoing struggle. Hinata, taking note of exactly who was sitting next to her, found herself incredibly tongue-tied. NN Naruto I. WW, what are you? Naruto cut her off, placing a hand on her shoulder. He continued the announcer shtick. Come now Hinata, you're a smart girl, you've been seeing this for years just as myself, what say you on today's proceedings? Hinata's response was to pass out. Holy crap, what happened? Naruto was freaking out. Dude, what do I do? This is weird, how do I handle this? Now years of having to watch your back for fear of not making it home due to a random attack had left Naruto with a very good early warning system for attack in his head. This allowed him to sense even the faintest amount of killing intent from those around him. In this case, however, there was no need for any kind of senses. Even the densest person could feel the anger in the room directed at one Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto knew he was dead. The only control over the situation he had was the speed at which he could turn around to face his doom, which he chose to squander by turning quickly. The girls now crowding him had violence in mind. Fucking fantastic, Naruto thought. I just had to go piss off a room full of crazy killer kung fu ninja bitches. Sakura spoke up. Naruto, what did you do to Hinata? Naruto, being unable to explain, because he seriously didn't know, did the only thing he could to save his ass. Okay, you each get one shot each, and not in the face. 5 minutes later it was quite evident that his bargain had fallen on deaf ears, as the lumps and bruises all over his face would testify to. Naruto now sat between Sasuke and the main perpetrator of his physical anguish, Sakura. By now all the seats had been taken and Iruka had entered the room. With the events of the last few days, Naruto was amazed that he wasn't even walking with a limp. He looked just fine. Okay everyone, it's time for team placements. A few of the new genin were surprised, however Naruto was not. Big Boss has teammates, Eiko and Blank, at least they were close anyway. Who the hell am I going to end up with? Team 7, Naruto Uzumaki. At this the blonde's head sat up off of the desk. Sakura Haruno. The sound of Sakura's shouts of defeat was starting to get to him. I don't suck that bad. And Sasuke Uchiha. Yeah. Take that Ino pig, I'm with Sasuke-kun. True love conquers all, SHANNARO. Thump, 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 thump. The attention of the classroom was now directed to Naruto, who had taken to bouncing his head off of the desk repeatedly in an effort to cope with his predicament. Iruka looked on, concerned about Naruto's condition. Naruto, is there a problem? Naruto planted his head against the desk once more before turning his head to glare at Iruka. Yeah, there is, Iruka. I thought you said you didn't hate me. Iruka raised an eyebrow. I don't hate you, Naruto. What are you talking about? Naruto finally sat up again. You know what I'm talking about. Some team I'm on. You've got the number one emo kid over here in all of his brooding asshole glory, and then you've got his number one fan who's probably loading up her right to swing on me as we speak. He said, stopping Sakura from actually hitting him as he called out exactly what she was going to do. Just don't get in my way, Dobe. Were the words that came from Sasuke. Naruto was about to retort, but upon seeing who was on his right he simply let it slide. He simply sat and daydreamed as Iruka called the remaining teams. As Iruka finished calling the remaining teams, Naruto had been thinking about the earlier event with Hinata. He didn't know quite what had happened, but he was sure that it was his fault. He felt he had to come up with a way to apologize. He was broken from that train of thought when Iruka called for lunch. Naruto did see this as a good chance to start off a decent team dynamic, so he set out to get an opportunity to eat with them. Believing that Sasuke would be more level-headed to approach first, he asked him in the hallway, hey Sasuke, since we're on a team now and all, what do you say we just start over and try to act like a team? What do you say? We can start right here by eating lunch. You, me, Sakura, how about it? Sasuke simply gave him a look. I don't need a team. As far as I'm concerned, you're in the way. Why would I want to be on a team with a Dobe like you? Sakura quickly followed with her sparkling input. Yeah, Sasuke-kun's right. I don't even know how you graduated. You'll just be in the way. Naruto slapped his hand to head and turned to leave. I'm gonna kill Iruka. I'm gonna kill him. Heading back into the classroom he had just left, he not only saw Iruka, but came across Hinata, Kiba, and Shino, Team 8. Giving a two-fingered salute to the team in the desks, he stomped over to Iruka with a scowl on his face. Iruka, this is not good. Iruka looked up from his own desk at a very displeased Naruto. Naruto, what do you need? What's wrong? He took a seat on Iruka's desk to elaborate. My team is the Sasuke Uchiha show with Sakura tailing right behind. They can't stand me, they won't listen, and this team may end up giving me stomach ulcers. There has to be something you can do about it. Why am I on this team anyway? Iruka gave him an apologetic look. Sorry Naruto, the teams are set and they were balanced out for an equal distribution of skill. Naruto took on a darkened look. So what you're telling me, is that someone wanted the Rookie of the Year and the top kunoichi in class, but they needed someone else from the list to make it seem like he didn't have an overpowered team. He said, getting closer and closer to Iruka. So hey. Why not throw the dead last into that mix? He won't live long, why not? Train 1 or 2 and let the Dobe die, am I right? He was yelling at Iruka now, who tried calming him down. Naruto, settle down, it's okay, that's not true. Naruto put his hands up to stop Iruka from speaking. He took a few moments to take a few breaths and calm down. You're right, Iruka-sensei, it is okay. I mean, nothing has been easy for me this far. Hell, nothing has even been conventional or fair, so why did I think I'd get a fair shake now? He said with a straight face. It's okay though, I've dealt with this bullshit before, it's nothing new, but mark my words, I'm gonna be the ninja that I always knew that I would be, because there's no one who can stop me. He left it at that as he walked up the stairs to sit near Team 8. Kiba spoke first. Naruto, what the hell was that? Naruto sat down a row beneath them and sighed. Pent-up rage, Kiba, pent-up rage, all it was. Shino and Kiba looked at one another before Shino spoke up this time. Naruto, what exactly is the problem? Naruto tilted his head back to see Team 8 upside down before answering. I guess you guys really weren't eavesdropping, at least until I started shouting. That got a grin out of Kiba and a small smile from Hinata. Naruto continued, my team is shit, they're gonna get me killed because we've got a douchebag and his head cheerleader, and then we've got myself. I might just be the sanest person on my team, and that's a bad fucking thing if you haven't noticed. Hinata tried to console the boy. Ano, and Naruto-kun, your sensei WW wouldn't let anything bad happen, right? Naruto smiled at the girl in thanks, forcing her to blush. Leaning further back in his seat, he explained his reasoning. I'm not so sure, you guys. They put me on an overloaded team. That's not balance. This person is just banking on the fact that I suck so much that anyone who looks closely at our team can't say he has a super strong squad. No one on Team 8 knew quite how to react, so Naruto spoke again while standing to move to his actual seat. The way I see it, I'm cannon fodder for an enemy in battle, the first guy in and the last guy out. The advanced infantry. But because we aren't at war, then I assume that I am meant to be a weak rival for Sasuke to gauge his growth by, and that this person saw my marks in the academy and assumed that the dead last would be perfect for it. But I've always said that your grades in school mean nothing on the battlefield. I'll make them all see that. Naruto took his seat just as the class began to refill. XXX. After the class had refilled, most of the teams had been quickly picked up by their Junin squad leaders. Team 8 had been picked up by Kurenai Yuhi, an attractive dark-haired lady with red eyes that reminded Naruto vaguely of Jushiro. Team 10 had been grabbed by a man with a beard who smelled of cigarettes. His face seemed familiar to Naruto and he had to smile in understanding after he revealed his name to be Asuma Sarutobi, the son of Naruto's favorite old man. However, all of these things happened over 3 hours ago, and so here sat Team 7. Naruto had long since moved to the corner once populated by Team 8 and was stewing in his own frustration. This guy really isn't giving me any good reasons not to put him on my shit list. It's been 3 fucking hours, my ass is asleep. Looking around the room, he saw Sasuke still sitting, elbow against the desk, mouth covered by his hands. Sakura was seated right next to him, again trying to pull a date from Sasuke. Upon listening, Naruto had actually heard a few lines from their stimulating conversation. Sasuke-kun, it's so great that we're on a team together, isn't it? HMN. So who do you think our sensei will be? Do you know what he'll have us do? HMN. Hey Sasuke-kun, after this what do you say we go out to eat? I know of this place with great sushi, what do you say? HMN. Riveting dialogue. No. Naruto had long since had enough of the monotony and decided to spice things up a bit. Grabbing an eraser, he wedged it between the door and the doorframe, so that the next person to open the door would have it fall on them. What do you think you're doing, you barker? Sakura yelled down the stairs. You shouldn't do things like that, Naruto. Naruto looked back with a sour expression on his face. We've been sitting here for 3.5 goddamned hours. I am ridiculously bored and this is the least this guy deserves for this crap. Naruto walked back towards his seat when Sasuke spoke. Dobe, this is a Junin. He'd never fall for a childish prank like that. Sakura nodded in agreement. Sasuke-kun's right, Naruto. You'll just get into trouble. Naruto just shrugged. Whatever happens, happens. I'm not afraid of any mortal man, woman, or beast. Sasuke scoffed, whatever Dobe. Naruto finally took offense to this and walked over to where Sasuke and Sakura were seated. Tell me, Sasuke team. Sakura was about to yell at him, but he lifted his hand, telling her to be quiet. How close to death have you ever come? Sakura and Sasuke looked at him in disbelief as he continued, because the way I see it, after you almost die, then anything less than the threat of guaranteed death will be enough to rattle you ever again. Staring directly into Sasuke's eyes, he paralyzed him with cobalt blues of his own, until you've been so close to death that you actually see the gate, you see it open, you go inside and envelop yourself in the darkness, until you go so far inside that the only damn thing that saves you is the fact that the gate just won't close. You can't tell me what I do, and do not fear. Ignoring the looks from his two teammates, he closed his eyes before finishing his rant, and what I fear is nothing tangible, nothing that I can see, can feel, can fight back against. I fear the things that are out of my control, I fear the things that I will never know, I fear the unknown unknowns of our world. Sakura stared at him before gaining the resolve to question him. Naruto, what are you talking about, unknown unknowns? She said in confusion, what are you saying? Sasuke simply kept listening, he actually wanted to hear what Naruto really knew about life. Let me tell you then, if you don't understand. He said, shifting in his chair to look at both. In this world there are known knowns, things we know, and there are known unknowns, things we don't know. He started, pausing to gauge their understanding. These things can usually be learned and understood by simply going through life, looking for the answers, studying, just living. Flipping his hand, he went on the flip side of that there are unknown unknowns, things we don't know, these are confusing because we never think about them, to think about them would make them a known unknown, and would put you on the watch for them. Unknown unknowns can be anything in the universe that you don't know, that you don't think about, that you won't ever find or figure out. Seeing that his words had gotten him thinking, he kept pushing. The ultimate category are unknown knowns, things that we don't know why we know them. There are many of these. I used to have a bunch of them until one day I figured out why I know so many things I shouldn't. It was because I had gone through the gate of truth. Eyebrows raised between his two teammates, he took this as a sign that they had no clue what he was saying. The gate of truth is the gate that all things must pass through during the transcendence of life to death. When I went inside, I was standing in darkness. It was nothing, and yet, it was everything. Everything? Sakura asked. Sasuke's eye twitched at the concept being described to him. Yes, Sakura, everything that you could ever possibly imagine learning, all in that place. You could learn anything at all. It's simple. All you have to do is die. Asterisk cough, cough. The three genin turned their attention to the doorway where a silver spike-haired masked man stood while holding an eraser. I was going to say that after the little prank I walked into a few moments ago, my first impression of you all was that I hated you guys. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura sweat dropped at this until he continued, but after the last part of that conversation I just heard, I have to say, I think I like you guys now. Meet me on the roof in 5 minutes. XXX. Naruto sat on the rooftop next to Sasuke and Sakura. He was very grateful that this time the Junin had the good sense to actually adhere to his own 5-minute time span. The masked man saw with his one exposed eye that his entire team had assembled, so he began, all right, why don't you all introduce yourselves? The trio looked confused. What are we supposed to say? Sakura asked, confused by such a vague request. Kakashi gestured lazily, you know, your name, things you like, things you dislike, dreams for the future, hobbies, things like that. She still didn't get it. By now Naruto had to ask, well, how about you go first to show us how to do it? Kakashi obliged his request. Me? Well, I'm Kakashi Hatake. I like many things, and I dislike quite a few things as well. My dreams for the future? I don't quite feel like telling you all that. As for hobbies, I have many hobbies. All three thought the same thing. That was pretty useless. All we really learned was his name. Alright, you, blonde kid, you're first. Go ahead and tell us about yourself. Kakashi gestured to Naruto. Alright, I'm Naruto Uzumaki. I like instant ramen in a cup, and I really like the ramen from Ichiraku Ramen. I also enjoy training and fighting Big Boss. I hate the 3 minutes you have to wait after putting the water into the ramen before you can eat it, and I also hate being underestimated and people who dislike others before they get to know them. My hobbies are fighting Big Boss, testing different flavors of ramen, and learning about Big Bosses, science. He then stood up. My dream for the future is to be the greatest Hokage, then I'll finally get some damn respect around this place. Well, he's grown up in an interesting way, alright, next on down the line. He said, pointing at Sakura. Right, I'm Sakura Haruno, what I like, or the person I like is, she blushed while looking at Sasuke. My hobbies are, as she blushed at Sasuke again, my dreams for the future, repeat previous process with a squeal for added effect, Kakashi cut in at this point, and what do you dislike? She glared ahead, Naruto. Naruto didn't really seem too phased. Join the club? Seriously, there's a club. They meet every Tuesday and Thursday down at the recreation center. I'm dead ass serious, isn't that weird? He questioned to those around him. Kakashi just continued, okay you, the dark one, you're the last. Sasuke spoke through his hands, my name is Sasuke Uchiha, I hate a lot of things and I don't really like anything, I don't have any hobbies and my dream for the future isn't so much of a dream as it is an ambition, I am going to restore my clan, and I am going to kill a certain man. At this point 3 different thoughts ran through the others' heads. Naruto thought along the lines of, okay that's not creepy at all, crazy emo motherfucker. Sakura thought, Sasuke is so hot. Kakashi thought, just as I thought, he's still obsessed with killing his brother. Okay well that's good, you each have your own ideas and you're all unique. We will have our first team meeting tomorrow morning. Naruto was excited, well what kick-ass mission are we going to be going on Kakashi? Kakashi looked at the boy, you mean Kakashi sensei? Naruto shrugged, no I meant Kakashi, you haven't done anything to get my respect, as a matter of fact you're lucky I didn't nickname you yet. Staring for a few seconds at the blonde he answered his question, a task the 4 of us will do together, a survival exercise. This surprised the 3 genin, what? An exercise? Are you serious? Naruto said. Sakura seconded him, but, didn't we already go through this stuff in the academy? That's how we got here isn't it? Kakashi responded, yes, but this isn't like your regular average training. Naruto stood again, why, what exactly is it? Kakashi just began laughing, pissing Naruto off, what in the blue hell is so funny? Kakashi stopped laughing to answer, I could tell you, but you're not going to like it. Out of the 27 graduates who have just left the academy only 9 will actually be accepted as genin, the remaining 18 will be sent back to academy, in other words this is a make it or break it, pass or fail test, and the chance that you will fail is at least 66%. The genin now had expressions reflecting their respective shock and discomfort over the situation until Naruto snapped, I call bullshit on you Kakashi, Big Boss never told me any bullshit about a second test, and he damn sure never told me about having to go back to the academy. We worked hard to get here, so much shit has gone down since we started, Sasuke lost his family, Sakura fell in love, and I got punched in the motherfucking nuts by a guy named Konoka. What the hell is the reason for a graduation exam anyway? That was just to select candidates who might be genin or not. This is how it is, I decide whether or not you go back to the academy, be at the designated spot tomorrow at 5 AM and bring your ninja gear. Fucking Kakashi, you better hope I do fail, because your ass is mine later. Naruto thought. I can't be separated from Sasuke, this is a trial of love. Thought Sakura. Alright, that's it. You're dismissed. Oh one more thing, don't eat breakfast tomorrow, or you'll puke. Ignoring the looks on his students' faces he shunshined away. Naruto broke the respective silence between the team, well, that sucks, anyone want to try and figure out what's going on? Seeing Sakura still focusing on trying to get a date with Sasuke and seeing Sasuke just not care forced Naruto to sigh, didn't think so, he said before heading back down the stairs to head home. Kakashi won't know what hit him tomorrow, time to cut loose. XXX. Naruto arrived at the training ground around 5 AM to see Sasuke and Sakura already waiting. Being cordial he greeted his to-be allies, Sakura-chan, Sasuke, good morning. HMN. Asterisk yawn good morning Naruto. After standing in silence for a second Sakura decided to engage in conversation, so what do you think Kakashi-sensei's test will be? I hope it's not too hard. HMN. I don't really care, as long as I get to make some boot-to-ass contact with Kakashi's conniving ass I'm good. I was talking to Sasuke-kun Naruto. Naruto raised his own voice, Kami, bipolar much. And he answered you, he said, HMN, take that as you will right Sasuke. HMN. You're a well of communication tactics team, don't go changing, damn this is boring. 4 hours later. Hello everyone, how are you this morning? Kakashi waved while I smiling, not paying attention to the three killing intents forcing themselves on him. You're late. Sakura and Naruto shouted, Kakashi, you'd better have a damn good reason for being 4 fucking hours late. Kakashi just shrugged, sorry, I got lost on the road of life. Naruto glared at him, well next time bring a damn map. Alright kids, gather around. As the kids walked closer he went on, today's test will be to take these 2 bells from me. You have until noon to each get a bell or else you will be tied to that stump and forced to watch the rest of us eat our lunch. He heard 2 stomachs growl and turned towards Naruto. Naruto, I thought I said not to eat breakfast this morning. Naruto smiled sheepishly while Sasuke and Sakura glared at him. Yeah, about that, I forgot, my bad guys, but what were you saying, Kakashi? Kakashi continued explaining the test. Anyway, you can use any means you deem fit to obtain a bell. Remember to come at me with the intent to kill. Sakura was concerned by this. Are you sure about that, Kakashi sensei? We don't want to hurt you. Naruto snorted in disagreement. You don't want to hurt him, but I do, making me wait for a combined 7+ hours over the last 2 days. Do you know how much shit I could have done with 7 hours? A lot of stuff. Kakashi seemed unconcerned. Big talkers are usually the weakest ones. Class clowns, dead lasts, failures. Naruto picked his ear waiting for Kakashi to finish. You done? Because I've heard the same shit for years, let's fight. Sakura took notice of something, but sensei, there are only 2 bells, that means that one person won't get one. Kakashi I smiled at the girl, very good Sakura, yes this test is designed so that at least one of you are guaranteed to fail and go back to the academy. I did say after all that there was a 66% chance of failure. You have 3 hours to get a bell, ready. The 3 young ninja had stone-hard looks on their faces. Very well, begin. Kakashi shouted as the 3 jumped away. After a few moments he found that he could barely sense them. Well, at least they know how to hide properly. He heard a shout coming from none other than Naruto. Kakashi. The one-eyed Junin turned his head to find Naruto standing right next to him. You know, you're a little weird compared to the others. Naruto shrugged. Weird doesn't mean better or worse, it just means different. So, can I have a bell? Kakashi's visible eyebrow raised. Nope, but nice try though. I don't think I've ever gotten that one before. Naruto set himself in his high Muay Thai stance. Alright, but just remember, I tried to do this without all of the violence. Kakashi reached into his weapons pouch and pulled out a little orange book, confusing Naruto. What are you doing with that book? Kakashi scoffed. Isn't it obvious? I'm reading to see what happens in the story. Don't worry about it. You're so weak I probably won't even need to stop reading. This caused Naruto to smile. This is awesome. I love being underestimated. Naruto ran towards Kakashi. Lesson 1. Taijutsu, the physical art. Naruto started throwing wide looping punches and kicking. Kakashi just dodged every attack. Naruto came close with a high jumping knee but he just got swatted away. Continuing the fight, Naruto switched to capoeira style dancing low kicks and sweeps, none of which made contact with Kakashi. Damn it, he's way faster than Big Boss, I have no choice, I have to use it, I just need an opening. Naruto threw a high looping roundhouse kick that utterly dodged by Kakashi who was now behind him. You shouldn't let your opponent get behind you all the time, Kakashi said in a crouch with his hands in the tiger seal. Naruto, look out, he's going to kill you. Too late. Konoha secret taijutsu, Senin Goroshi, 1000 years of death. Kakashi then shoved his fingers held in the seal into a very unpleasant place on Naruto, launching him in the air. Naruto screamed and cursed at Kakashi the entire flight. Damn you Kakashi, damn you. You bastard. Naruto then landed in the river separating the training fields. That really did nothing to remedy the respect thing I told him about yesterday, he thought while climbing out of the water. Naruto had stayed submerged longer than he probably should have, leading Kakashi to walk towards the water to check. Sasuke took this time to launch his barrage of weapons at the white-haired man who used Kawarimi and began to engage Sasuke in battle. As Naruto climbed back to his feet he saw Sasuke and Kakashi engaging in taijutsu, with Kakashi dominating thoroughly, as evidenced by his planting of a fist into Sasuke's stomach. Eventually Kakashi tired of fighting him sometime after the Uchiha launched a fireball at him. Pulling him underground up to his head, Kakashi turned to presumably hunt for Sakura. Naruto took this as a sign to jump back into the fight. Forget about me you masked child molester. That brash statement made Kakashi recoil quite a bit. Child molester. Who am I, Orochimaru? That small opening was all Naruto needed to gather the nerve to test his new theory. Okay, here we go. I'm either gonna look like a stud, or totally dumb right here. Clapping his hands together, he slammed them on the ground, causing a small flash of light. Kakashi never saw it coming. The ground jutted out right in front of Kakashi, slamming into the man. Unable to make a substitution, he had no choice but to be thrown 25 feet backwards. Naruto was beaming. Yeah, surprised. Me too. Sasuke just looked at him in amazement as he continued talking. Niece. I did not think that would work. Who needs Doton Jutsu when I can do that shit? Sasuke was still down when he snapped out of his trance to the sight of Naruto walking over to him. Dobe, how did you do that? Naruto walked up next to him. It's a secret. Big Boss would kick my ass if I revealed too much. All you need to know is that it's called alchemy and only 2 people in this village can do it. Naruto looked over to where Kakashi had fallen only to see nothing. Damn it, nothing is ever easy. He looked down and had an idea. Hey Sasuke, how about we team up and fight him? Sasuke looked offended. I don't need your help. I can beat him without you. Naruto narrowed his eyes. Yeah, because you've done such a bang-up job so far. Listen up. He crouched down closer to Sasuke's level. Either I get you out now and we go look for Sakura and kick Kakashi's ass 3-0-1, or I leave you here, and keep fighting solo because without you will never be able to convince her to team up with me, so how about it? Sasuke thought about it for a moment. What will we do when we get the bells? Naruto shrugged. I don't know, I guess we can all fight over them later, but if we don't team up we'll never get them. Sasuke finally relented. Okay fine, let's go, dig me out. Naruto chuckled. Dig. Didn't you just see what I did a minute ago? He clapped his hands together for another transmutation and placed them on the ground, shifting earth out of the way, freeing Sasuke. Let's go find Sakura, we don't have much time left. The duo found Sakura a minute or two later unconscious on the ground, shaking her awake. She was surprised to find the two together. Sasuke-kun, you're okay. But what are you doing here with Naruto? Naruto nudged Sasuke to speak, knowing he'd get through to her. Sakura, Naruto has a plan to beat Kakashi but we'll need your help. Just the two of us won't work. Sakura looked on in disbelief. Naruto. Bottom of the class. Naruto came up with a plan. Naruto took offense to that. Yes Sakura, yes, I hate schoolwork but I am damn good at battlefield tactics, so are you in? She thought about it before Sasuke spoke up. You could always go fight Kakashi alone if you aren't. Sakura grimaced. Okay, I'm in. Now what do we do? Kakashi had been waiting by the posts ever since he had caught Sakura in Narakumi no Jutsu, hell viewing technique, chuckling at the memory. I thought she was a genjutsu type. Oh well. All of a sudden shuriken flew from the forest to his right. As he dodged it he saw it coming from the back. Dodging again he realized it was coming from all around him. Rushing in the direction of a barrage he found Naruto hidden in the foliage. As he tried to retreat Kakashi grabbed him by the front of his shirt, bringing him to eye level. That was a decent trap you set Naruto. Unfortunately I dodged all of your attacks. Kakashi I smiled at the boy who in turn had a smile of his own. You'd think so wouldn't you? Just as Kakashi was about to ask what he meant he heard Naruto say one word that made his eye widen. Boom. Kakashi barely escaped the explosion with a kawarimi. What's with this kid? He can manipulate earth without hand signs and he can make Kage Bunshin, exploding Kage Bunshin. With that the forest seemingly emptied out. Naruto's Bunshin filled the field with devilish smirks on their faces, as one cried, attack. And that's when all hell broke loose. Clones charged Kakashi at all angles. After destroying a few and escaping the resulting explosions he remembered that they were exploding Bunshin, and tried to retreat to the woods and regroup. As he neared the tree line a tripwire sent a barrage of kunai at him. Kaiten, Gokakyu no Jutsu, fire style, great fireball release. Leaping to the left he saw that he had jumped into the path of Sasuke's fireball, making another quick kawarimi he stumbled over another trap, launching more kunai and shuriken at him. Kami, what have I gotten myself into? These kids might actually end up killing me. Grabbing two of Naruto's clones he threw them at Sasuke. Before they reached him however he heard a clap followed by the land surrounding Sasuke to rise, forming a protective wall around him from the explosions. Sakura had finally moved from the background and began bombarding Kakashi with weapons from afar while Naruto, Sasuke, and Naruto's remaining Kage Bunshin engaged Kakashi close range. Kakashi was beginning to just contemplate surrender, as he had no clue how much longer he could fight like this against these kids without hurting them too badly. Ring, 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 ring. Oh. Well, it looks like time is up and you all failed to obtain a bell in the allotted time slot. Kakashi I smiled to the genin. Sasuke looked angered, Sakura looked dejected, while Naruto was grinding his teeth together after dispelling his remaining clones. Damn it, damn it, damn it. So close, just a few more minutes, he couldn't have possibly kept up with that pace for much longer. The three genin walked towards the posts when Naruto spoke again. Damn it, I'm sorry you guys, maybe if I had more clones we could have gotten him. He punched the ground in frustration. Sakura walked up and put her hand on the crouching boy's shoulder. No Naruto, it wasn't your fault. I had all of the weapons. I could have set some more traps before engaging in the battle, she said, taking the blame for the failed plan. Sasuke then walked over. No, I could have used way more fireballs against him. I was your support. I was on the attack far less frequently than you. I wasn't as much of a factor as I should have been. Kakashi saw the three teammates taking the blame for one another, but he still had one test left to give them. Actually, you all did so well that I will allow two of you to pass. Now the only issue is which two should it be? He watched the genin look at one another nervously before once again Naruto was the first to speak. Let Sasuke and Sakura pass. It was my shoddy plan that led to all of us using so much time to set up the traps and get into position. We could have done something that took less time, and besides I'm used to adversity like this, it's just a setback. I've been screwed over by life far worse than this, he said while clutching his right arm. No, Naruto, Sakura blurted out, I should go back. You were the one who actually came up with a plan, and you and Sasuke were the ones handling all of the heavy fighting. I was just your long-range support. I didn't really carry my weight. Let me go back to the academy, she finished while lowering her head. HMN, Sasuke said, you two can't be serious, he continued, getting Sakura and Naruto's attention. Sakura, if you hadn't set your traps and backed us up it would have been near impossible to catch Kakashi off guard in a straight fight. You took the wind out of his sails a few times with those trip wires. She brightened up. Naruto, if you hadn't tried to pull us all together back there we would have just kept fighting him one-on-one and we wouldn't have gotten a bell anyway, not to mention that weird power of yours caught Kakashi slipping a few times. Besides, I'm an Uchiha. One more semester in the academy wouldn't hurt me too bad. All three genin smiled at each other when Kakashi spoke up. None of that will be necessary, because you all pass. What? The kids all yelled at Kakashi before he explained. Yes, this entire scenario was a test of teamwork, how well you could work with one another under less than desirable conditions, such as an enemy pitting you against one another, and I have to say, after the rocky start you all pulled together magnificently. His praise gave all of the genin smiles. I mean, that plan was brutal. A few more minutes of that and I think would have just quit to save my own skin. Naruto rubbed his nose in modesty. Come here, I need to show you this stone. It was then that the kids noticed the large marble slab in close proximity to the posts. Naruto decided to comment, wow, that was here the entire time. I'm glad we didn't blow it up during the fight. Kakashi smiled at the boy. I am too, Naruto, he said before turning serious. This stone has the names of countless Konoha shinobi inscribed upon it. They are heroes of this village. Naruto cut in again. Well, really, I want to be on this rock one day. That's cool. Kakashi shook his head. No, Naruto, I don't think you want to be on this stone. The names on this stone are the names of those who have died in the service of our village. Naruto gulped before Kakashi concluded his speech. Remember, in the ninja world those who abandon their mission are trash, but those who abandon their comrades are lower than trash. Smiling once more at his new students he spoke again. You all pass. As of now Team 7 will begin missions tomorrow. In response to this Naruto and Sakura cheered while Sasuke gave a satisfied smirk. As the team walked back into town together Naruto took this moment of spiritual team bonding to sucker punch Kakashi in the stomach with his auto-mail arm. In a strained voice Kakashi asked, groaned Naruto, what was that for? Naruto gave a smug grin while standing above his fallen sensei. That was for shoving your fingers up my ass during our fight. You had to know I was going to get your ass back for that bullshit, right? 1,000 years of death, not so funny now, huh? Groan. That's what I thought. See you tomorrow, Kakashi-sensei. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura continued their walk while Kakashi remained on the ground for 20 more minutes. Beep, 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 beep. Crash. Naruto had just disposed of his alarm clock by pitching it across the room. Piece of shit, I need a clock radio. Another day in the life of Naruto. Blank is fucking right. Alarm clocks are evil. Damn it, Big Boss didn't wake up. Rising to his feet in his sleepwear, a simple pair of pajama bottoms and a sleeve for his right arm, he left his bedroom and crossed the hall to Joshiro's room to find his white-haired brother asleep. Big Boss, moving beside his head. Naruto began slapping Joshiro awake. Wake up, Big Boss. Eiko and Blank are going to kick your ass if you make them late. Joshiro shoved Naruto away and rolled over. Ugh, fuck off, brat. Being late is my business, not yours. Go beat off. Raising his fist to start an early morning brawl with Joshiro, Naruto was broken from his train of action by a knock at the door. Moving to the living room to open the door, he was greeted by his brother's teammates, Blank and Eiko. Hello guys, what's up? He asked while standing in the doorway. Eiko smiled and ruffled Naruto's hair. We need Joshiro-kun. Mikhail sensei sent us to get him today because he's always late. Could you get him for us, Naruto-kun? Naruto looked at the two teens in the doorway before turning to go get Joshiro. Lazy asshole, he said under his breath. Yeah, Eiko-chan, I can get him. Heading back into Joshiro's room, he found him still asleep. Time for the big guns. Shutting the door, he got right next to Joshiro. Cupping his hands around his mouth, he whispered, "Oh, Kami, Big Boss. Eiko-chan said she's taking a shower in our bathroom." Joshiro shoot up with a drop of blood coming from his nose. Eiko's what now? He said while looking around stupidly. Naruto's attention was elsewhere. Big Boss, what the fuck? Were you having a wet dream about Eiko-chan? He shouted accusingly. Joshiro looked down in confusion to see a wet spot on his boxes. What? No kid. I don't dig Eiko like that. And stop shouting that shit. We live in an apartment, you know. He said, pulling Naruto into a headlock. Naruto, straining to speak, was still accusing. I call bullshit on you, Big Boss. How could you think about Eiko-chan like that? She's so nice to us. Joshiro added pressure while ramming Naruto's head into the closet door. Shut the fuck up. Ramming his head with each word. I wasn't dreaming about Eiko, and even if I was, so what? She's hot. I'm glad you approve of me, Joshiro-kun. The brothers turned to see a very displeased Eiko standing in the doorway with a mirthful Blank in tow. Joshiro tried opening his mouth to defend himself but was cut off. I don't want to hear it, Joshiro-kun. Just wash up and get dressed so we can leave already. She then returned to the living room. Blank then spoke, holding back the laughter. Oh man, if every morning is gonna be like this, then I think I'll be fine with picking your ass up every day. Well done guys, that was fucking classic. Joshiro slapped Naruto in the back of the head. OWW Big Boss, what was that for? That was for not telling me my team was here. After a moment of thought, he slapped him again. And that was for shouting that I was having a wet dream about Eiko. Are you trying to get my ass whipped? Naruto rubbed the back of his head while Joshiro grabbed a change of clothes and went to the bathroom. Naruto sighed. Today's gonna suck. XXX. And suck it did. After Team Joshiro had left the apartment after a very awkward span of waiting on Joshiro, Naruto had tried to get ready for his day with a shower only to find that Joshiro had used all of the hot water. After an unpleasant cold shower, Naruto attempted to look for breakfast only to find that the brothers desperately needed to go grocery shopping. Debating on going to Ichiraku for a quick bowl or 8, Naruto saw that he was running close to being late for his team meeting that morning, but he should have known better than to actually show up on time, because Kakashi sure as hell didn't. Sitting hungry for 3 hours is bad enough, doing it while being belittled by your teammates is an entirely different slice of hell. Naruto thought that after the bell test he would get a little respect from his team, however after the high of success had died down it was like the academy days all over again. Now weeks into their careers, Sasuke would brood and shoot Naruto down with insults and belittling his skill, along with Sakura, who would fawn over her superhero in the flesh and wallop Naruto whenever he would voice his displeasure. Due to the perpetually late Kakashi Hatake, the only mission they could get was catching Tora, the bastard cat, the bane of Naruto's existence. Leader to team, do you copy? Sasuke here, in range of target, over. Sakura here, in view of target, over. Naruto here, ready to move on target, over. Alright team, move on target at my mark, go. After a short 6-minute chase, Team 7 had caught the cat after it had been cornered and decided to use Naruto as its makeshift scratching post. After returning the target to Ninja HQ, the team came to understand exactly why Tora ran away so often. Team responses ranged from pity to outright humor from Naruto as he felt the cat was getting what it deserved. Alright Team 7, for your next mission you can either help weed an old man's garden, pick up trash, or no, 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 hell no. Naruto shouted at the Hokage, GG enough with the bullshit missions, picking up trash, babysitting, what the hell man. What about all the kick-ass missions Big Boss told me, he goes on. Fighting bandits, protecting people, sign me up for that stuff. Despite the embarrassed look on Kakashi's face, Sasuke and Sakura pledged silent support to their loud, blonde teammate as they too were sick of the bona fide chores they were forced to run. Iruka yelled at him, Naruto. You're just a rookie genin barely into your career as a ninja, you have to do D-rank missions until you build enough experience to go higher on the ranking chart. Naruto scoffed, yeah, because picking up dog shit in the park is such an experience building assignment. Come on, just give us a shot at a higher rank mission, we can pull it off. Naruto began to pout as Sarutobi began to chuckle, okay Naruto-kun, I can see you feel strongly over this. Kakashi, this is your squad, it is your final decision. Kakashi looked at his students before answering, I believe Team 7 is adequately prepared for a C-ranked mission. Naruto and Sakura smiled while Sasuke began smirking, finally, a real chance to test my power, I guess I should thank the Dobe. I guess you should meet your client, you may come in now. A side door opened revealing a relatively large man with white hair and a goatee, it was quite obvious he was loaded off of drink. What? These are the brats that are supposed to be protecting me. They look like a bunch of baby-faced brats, especially the stupid-looking short one in the middle. Ha, I wonder who he's talking about. Naruto asked as his teammates moved in to show that he was actually the shortest. Kiss my ass you old drunk, you're probably seeing double or something. Everyone in the room looked mortified hearing Naruto insult a client like that until they heard the booming laughter from the man. Ha ha, I like that, a little spunk in the kid eh? I'm Tazuna, super bridge builder, I expect super protection on this trip. Kakashi stepped forward, you have nothing to fear, my students are very good despite their age, and even if that isn't enough, I am a Jonin, an elite ninja, we should be more than enough to protect you on your journey. Tazuna spoke again, very well then, let's leave as soon as possible. Naruto raised his hand and stepped forward, actually, I think we should wait until tomorrow morning. The Sandaime Hokage looked intrigued, and why is that Naruto-kun? Easy Gigi, due to Kakashi being ridiculously effing late as usual we didn't really get this mission until late afternoon, by the time we get moving it'll already be dusk, that's not really a good start time for a protection detail, besides, Tazuna here is hammered, and a sober target is easier to protect than a drunk target. A stunned silence filled the room at the amazement of the orange-vested shinobi's logic, what? Big Boss has been doing these for 2 years, he told me about a few of them, and bitched about more than a couple. Kakashi broke the silence, okay then, Team 7 will commence the mission tomorrow morning, everyone get your things together and be at the main gate by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. XXX. After the team had been dismissed with the order to meet up the next day for the mission, Naruto had been wandering around town, he already had his gear packed so there was no need for that, and he wasn't hungry yet so there was no reason to go to Ichiraku's. Walking alone among the streets, Naruto was lost in his thoughts. The Kyuubi hadn't really been on his mind since the night he had graduated, it wasn't really something he wanted to think about. He realized that if he had to tell anyone he had to tell Jushiro, he lived in the same place as him after all, but he was worried, how would he take it? Would he hate Naruto too? Would he fear him? Would he up and leave? Just as his thought began slipping he felt a presence with him. He simply shouted, you know you might as well come out now, you can mask your signature really well, but I've been sensing people like you since I was a kid. Who he saw was not exactly who he was expecting to see, dark blue hair came from behind a corner, Jigamen Naruto-kun I didn't mean to. She trailed off. Naruto was slightly surprised, Hinata. Nani, what are you doing here? He said walking to close the distance between them, as she spoke again, I was just coming from the training field Naruto-kun when I saw you. His face brightened up, well why didn't you just call out for me or something? I could have really used some company right about now. She began blushing and apologizing, Jigamen Naruto-kun, I. Naruto began waving his hands wildly in front of himself, no, I'm not upset, I just thought you would like some company walking, Especially around here, it's not exactly the safest part of town. Taking note of Naruto's gentle smile, Hinata was beside herself. Is Naruto-kun asking to walk with me? What's going on? Not sure how to take her silence, Naruto stood for a moment until his stomach broke the silence with a growl. I'm sorry, he said, rubbing his stomach. I haven't eaten all day today. It's starting to catch up with me, I guess. Suddenly an idea hit him. Hey, if you don't have to rush home or anything, how would you like to come with me to eat? Hinata wasn't sure if this was real or not. Naruto wants me to eat with him. Like a date. Don't pass out, don't pass out, don't pass out. Not trusting her voice at the moment, she just nodded her head vigorously. Naruto took her hand, ignoring the bright red blush, and took her where? Where else? Ichiraku Ramen. Walking in through the curtain, Hinata in tow, Naruto gave his usual spirited greeting. Yo, old man, 3 bowls miso ramen to get started. Chuki poked his head from behind his curtain. Naruto, was wondering when you'd show back up. Who is this? Naruto pulled Hinata front and center and introduced her. This is Hinata Hyuga. She was in the same class as me in the academy and I saw her today, so I thought it would be a good idea to ask her to eat with me. Hinata found her voice after Naruto introduced her. Ano, hello sir, and nice to meet you. Chuki smiled at the two before yelling Naruto's order to Ayami, who promptly came out front to see the pair. Oh, so Naruto brought a friend with him. What will you have today, sweetheart? Hinata answered, I'll have a chicken ramen please. As the orders were taken and being made, the two began talking, by which I mean Naruto would talk and Hinata would listen and chime in every once in a while. The two talked about how things had been going for themselves since graduating. Naruto talked about his team, the bell test, embellished immensely of course, and the training he'd been doing. Hinata just made comparisons between what Naruto had done and what her team had done, keeping her roles in their endeavors out of the conversation. Eventually, after Hinata had finished her bowl and Naruto had finished his 6th, it was time for him to leave. Well, I'm sorry Hinata, but I have to go. Do you need me to walk you home? Once again, Hinata's perpetual blush began acting up. Naruto-kun wants to walk me home. This can't be a dream, can it? Hi-en Naruto-kun. Smiling at her, he began leading her to the upscale part of Konoha. The two genin walked in silence, Naruto because he had run out of things to talk about, Hinata because she was enjoying the moment and trying to distinguish if it was a dream or not. Eventually they ended up near the Hyuga compound. Well Hinata, I had a good time talking to you tonight. You're really good company. We should do it again sometime. I'll see you later, alright. He turned to return to his apartment, leaving Hinata in a stupor by her front gate. He actually wants to do this again. Walking inside the compound, she somehow managed to avoid any single Hyuga on the way to her room. Upon arrival, she promptly passed out on her bed. XXX. Arriving back at his apartment, he found his brother on the couch watching television, an old kung fu movie set in black and white on the shitty TV. Suddenly his thoughts of earlier that day came raging back and Naruto decided to explore that avenue before he had lost his nerve. Hey big boss. Joshiro turned his head to pay attention to his newly arriving brother. Runt, what's up? Need something? Naruto walked in and shut the door. Actually yeah, I need your advice about something. Ushiro nodded sagely about something before motioning Naruto to sit down next him on the couch. I assume it's around that time that you'd be asking your big brother about stuff, so shoot, what you got for me, little buddy? Taking a seat, Naruto began speaking. Big boss, what if you had a secret to tell someone close to you? Something big, not just a secret like, I did steal your t-shirt and wipe up spilled milk with it, or something like that. Joshiro thought for a second. I knew you fucking took my shirt, you little bar. Focus boss, focus. Joshiro calmed down and spoke again. Well, you have to ask yourself, how important is it really that this person know your secret? Naruto nodded as Joshiro continued. I mean, you told me big secrets, like how you can transmutate without a circle. That was fucking surprising, scared the shit out of me. Naruto chuckled. It scared Kakashi too. The two laughed a bit before continuing, but yeah, if it's bigger than that, then you have to say, is telling this secret really a priority? Naruto casted his gaze downward, as Joshiro wrapped an arm around him. It's pretty clear to me that whatever you have to tell it to me, or else you wouldn't be so skittish right now. Naruto looked up in surprise. It's okay, you don't have to tell me now. I'm still keeping some secrets from you, so you can keep this from me if you think it's so big. Just remember Naruto, I'm your brother, I care about you, if I didn't then I wouldn't have saved you, I wouldn't have trained you, and I wouldn't be living with you now, okay? Joshiro patted Naruto on his shoulder and went to stand before Naruto stopped him. Wait, I think all I needed was to hear something like that from you, I want to tell you, and I have to, it wouldn't be right if you didn't know this. Joshiro sat back down and set his full attention on Naruto. Okay, so you know how, in the academy they told us about the Yondaime Hokage battling the Kyuubi 11 years ago and killing it. Joshiro nodded, not speaking, he was allowing Naruto to tell his story. Well, he couldn't really kill it, not completely, I got the real story from Hokage Gigi. The Kyuubi is a being made of pure demonic chakra, killing it was impossible so he did the only thing he could. He sealed it. Joshiro nodded, eyes widening, he sealed it in a newborn baby, but only one was born that night. Naruto was still reluctant to tell him so he made him guess. Big boss, when is my birthday? October 10th. What night did you save me from dying? October 10th. What day did the Kyuubi attack? Octo. Naruto cringed when he realized Joshiro understood. The two waited in silence for a few minutes before Joshiro spoke. Huh, well that makes sense I guess. I did always wonder what that fucking tattoo on your belly was. Naruto looked at him incredulously. Yeah kid, it does. I always wondered why those people tried to kill you. Now I understand. I don't agree but I understand. Naruto looked on. Boss, aren't you scared, mad, something? Joshiro shook his head. No, why should I be? I didn't fight the Kyuubi so I don't care how scary it is. I didn't live here until 4 years ago so I don't care that he destroyed this city, and he didn't kill anyone I know so why would I even give a fuck? As far as I'm concerned it's actually a good thing you have it. What? How? Naruto asked. Because it's obviously the thing that saved your ass 4 years ago, and as long as you hold it then you're saving everyone's ass, so it's good. Naruto looked like he wanted to cry out of joy. Big boss. Joshiro panicked. Ah hell, no fucking tears, okay. I told you I'm your brother, you can tell me anything. In all reality while it doesn't surprise me that much, I expected you to ask me something else. Naruto was confused again. Something else? What did you think I was going to ask you, big boss? Joshiro rubbed his nose. Well, after the shit you pulled this morning with Eiko and the fact that when I went to Ichiraku to look for you a few minutes before you got here Ayami was so excited to tell me that you were eating with a girl, I thought you were gonna start asking me lady questions. Naruto's jaw dropped. What? Big boss, she was just a friend, and what are you saying? I'll never ask you anything like that. Joshiro smirked at his brother. It's perfectly natural, Naruto. From what Ayami told me she was quite cute. Good choice, little buddy. You got a girl without my help. Sniff, I've never been more proud of you. Naruto was almost foaming at the mouth. I was not. She's just a really nice person. She was good company. I don't have a thing for Hinata like you have for Eiko. His veiled attempt at trying to turn the tables on his big brother failed. I already told you, I'm not into Eiko like that. She a hottie but she's too high maintenance for me. And why aren't you? She's cute, and she loaded, she's from the Hyuga clan. Naruto looked ready to poos. Seriously, big boss, I'll kick your ass right here and now. Shut up. Joshiro gave him another smirk and patted his brother on the head. It's okay, Naruto, I'll stop. You should get to bed now. You have to get up early for your C-rank mission, right? And I left you something on your bed that you might find useful for your current issue. Joshiro then turned the TV back on and shooed Naruto away. As Naruto entered his room and turned the light on, he found an orange book on his bed. He noticed it was the same orange book that he often saw Joshiro and Kakashi with in their spare time. Huh. I always did wonder what was in this thing. Flipping the book open to a random page, he read down a few lines. What the hell, big boss? I'll kill you. Joshiro was rolling on the couch with laughter. Oh man. Ha ha, I love that fucking kid, so easy to mess with. Aw man, there's only one Naruto. That will be it for this video. If you want more, comment down below, like, subscribe. And see you guys later.